If you live anywhere near the southwestern U.S., you've probably heard of Sedona, Arizona. But if you haven't, you are in for a treat as I introduce you to the most beautiful place in America. Join me now as we go exploring Sedona today on Pod Travel Plan. Voted the most beautiful place in America in a USA Today poll, Sedona came in ahead of San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge and Hawaii's famous Napali Coast. Even the Grand Tetons fell before Sedona's less elevated but more unique vistas, which have drawn millions of visitors to view and photograph these gorgeous panoramas. Located about an hour and a half north of Phoenix, Sedona draws both outdoor enthusiasts and shoppers alike to bask in this magnificent beauty. Likewise, Sedona has drawn a world-class level of resorts, spas, and chefs, along with local artisans producing a varied and unique flavor of art, cuisine, and lodging. Now, above and beyond its natural beauty, Sedona has a climate that inspires as well. With only the occasional snow to frost its mountain peaks, Sedona's four seasons are all accounted for, but without the bone-chilling cold or extreme heat of its neighboring cities of Flagstaff and Phoenix. Nestled at an elevation averaging 4,400 feet, Sedona is not too high for the recreational hikers and mountain bikers who explore its vast network of trails that weave throughout the magnificent wilderness here. Today, we're going to explore a stunning destination that often gets front and center attention when Sedona is splashed across the latest magazine cover or seen on TV, and that's Cathedral Rock. Now, it's hard to believe that just a few miles south of downtown Sedona is a wilderness that hosts wildlife like javelina, coyote, deer, and even the rare mountain lion. Though most wildlife is scarce around the trodden areas, I still would bring some binoculars along with our cameras and water bottles. So let's get our hiking boots on and let's get into nature. Sedona is a national park, so a paid permit is needed even for a day hike here. We'll need a red rock pass, and it's as easy as putting $5 in the parking lot vending machine for a day pass. If you have an America the Beautiful, Golden Age, or Golden Access Pass, these are all acceptable substitutes, but they need to be visible from the front windshield. If you've never been here before, the first thing that probably grabs you is the red trail beneath your feet. This question invariably comes up sooner or later, so let's talk geology right now. Though whole books have been written on the subject, I'm going to sum up Sedona's red rocks in two words: iron oxide. And it's an amazing fact that only a fraction of 1% is all it takes for this mineral to create the beautiful red rocks you see beneath your feet. I'm excited for the adventure in front of us, so let's get going. Now, at a steady pace, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get to the trail crossing, and I think most people are going to be pretty satisfied with the view from this point. We've reached the crossroads, and while I take some time to look around, this is a good place to talk about the trail options. This is where the Templeton Trail gives us two choices for some very different adventures. Off to the left, Templeton rolls on a steady and fairly level path that circles a midpoint of Cathedral Rock. There's great panoramas of both Cathedral Rock and the surrounding valleys. Taking Templeton to the right takes us around to a set of descending switchbacks and a surprising transition at the bottom, from desert scrub to a forest as we approach Oak Creek. Though this is an additional hour round trip from the trail crossing, the adventurous will be rewarded with the beauty that Oak Creek has to share. The splashing creek and the huge tumble red rocks on the shoreline make for a fantastic picnic destination. Whatever you do, once you arrive here, you will want to slow down and appreciate the serenity this place exudes. Though these diversions are all adventurous in themselves, we haven't forgotten our goal, and that's the pinnacle of Cathedral Rock. Well, more accurately, the saddle. This is where the going gets tough. Not the kind of tough that make grown men cry, But if a Stairmaster makes you nervous, you may not enjoy what's up next. The second leg of our hike is something like a Stairmaster. It's fairly relentless, and the trail is often solid rock at steep angles that at times require some hand and footwork to ascend. Though not quite steep enough to earn yourself the title of rock climber, I have seen examples of people with a fear of heights confess that it's a little beyond their level of comfort to go beyond this point. That said, those in fairly good shape conquer Cathedral Rock on a regular basis. We're approaching the final set of switchbacks before the saddle, and I can't help but take a slow panorama of this side of the mountain. Cathedral Rock is magnificent beyond description from this vantage point, and I recognize that sometimes the journey on the way to the top has treasures that should be savored slowly. Looking up though, I remember there's one more leg to this journey, and as I crest the saddle, the reward is more than I could have hoped for. Now, instead of one fantastic view, I have two overwhelming vistas before me. Behind me, the shadows have grown long across the valley floor, and ahead of me, the sun is just setting behind another mountain peak, creating a dazzling display of colors in the sky that, combined with a mountaintop experience, silence my racing heart with a still moment of wonder and awe. I realize that nothing short of a personal experience could do any justice to relaying the feelings that are evoked at these moments. So I can only challenge you to experience Cathedral Rock at a similar time if you also treasure inspirations that only God's handiwork can inspire. Though sunset's perfect moments pass, the twilight lingers, and we quickly and carefully descend back to the parking lot. The solemnity of this place has wrought a magical quietness to our souls, but as we get ready to climb back into our vehicles, it's obvious that the question on everyone's mind is, where will we hike next?